I'm not sure if you can tell, but I dressed up for you today. I've got the black hat, sunglasses, black shirt, shorts, belt, socks, and shoes. Obviously, because I have the black edition, the 2020 Honda Pilot all-wheel drive, top trim level. Today, I'm going to explain why I came this close to buying it for my family. First of all, let's get some specs out of the way because I'm sure you're concerned about that. What's different this year? Same 3.5 liter V6. This gets 280 horsepower, 262 pound-feet of torque. Two transmission options. You got the 6-speed automatic, which is available on the LX, EX, and EXL, or the upgraded 9-speed automatic transmission, which you'll find on the Touring and Elite trim level, which we have here. Now, fuel economy, same as before, 22 in mixed driving, so 19 city, 24 highway. I've been averaging right there in the low 20s in my week of driving, so it is delivering with Earth Dreams technology. So besides this black edition badge, what makes it a black edition? Simple. Black wheels, grille, door sash garnish with window surround trim, black edition logo seats and floor mats, and red interior lighting. The cargo is the same this year as it was last year. 16.5 cubic feet of volume behind this third row. Fold it down without looking, 46.5. And the middle row, fold that down, 84 cubic feet. Now the competitor list is long. It is deep for the mid-size 3-row crossover SUV category. Chevy Traverse, Volkswagen Atlas, Ford Explorer, Subaru Ascent, Toyota Highlander, Kia Sorento, Mazda CX-9, Nissan Pathfinder, GMC Acadia, Dodge Durango, and I'd like to throw in the Telluride and Palisade, but I'm not sure if I should because those are in a class all by themselves. We were this close, I'd say maybe that close, to getting a Honda Pilot for our family vehicle. We ended up landing on a pickup truck, the 2019 Ford F-150, because we wanted the extra space in the back for a couple of car seats, and we wanted to be able to haul something, go to recycling. We live on property, take things to the dump, Goodwill. We needed a lot more storage and something that could get a little dirtier, and that's why we went with the truck. But this one was something that was really on our radar. I, of course, wanted to go for maybe the Telluride, and now that I've seen the Palisade, maybe the Palisade. So the Honda Pilot, here's why we almost got one. This is one of those mid-size 3-row SUVs. At least last year, it was one of the few that offered seating for 8, 7 if you have the captain's chairs like we do here. The Telluride and Palisade both have room for 8 as well. We wanted all that seat space and configurations because of the growing family, and we could fold down the third row for much more cargo space. And towing wise, in the front wheel drive, you can tow 3,500 pounds in the Pilot. In the all-wheel drive, which we have here, 5,000 pounds. So if we have that option and we were thinking about maybe putting a boat back there, small camper, an Airstream would be awesome. Airstream, I'd like to work with you. That would be great too. We can definitely do an Airstream with the F-150. So those kind of factors made this one very, very attractive. But we can accomplish all that with our pickup truck right now. So that's why we're happy with that one. The technology, this was a redesigned last year. A lot of the stuff, actually all of it, is a carryover for this year, except for that Black Edition package. So the Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, which is on the top two trim levels, the XE and above. So XE, XEL actually. So everything but the base trim level is where you'll get the Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. So we like that. We also have that on our truck. So, if you're going tech for tech, it's a push. The safety tech part about the Honda is excellent. Here's an example of driving down the highway and the lane departure warning and how it keeps you inside the lane. So I veer a little bit to the right, little display there in the instrument cluster. It tells me to come back in the lane because I'm drifting. Great. Now, if I want to do it again, just to showcase on the left-hand side with a dotted line, it brings me back in again. So the steering wheel vibrates a little bit to let me know, hey Dave, what's going on? You're not paying attention. Eyes on the road, hands on the steering wheel, and we're good to go. We're back where we should be. So I like that lane departure warning they have here. Now what we don't have anymore, at least not on this vehicle, on this particular Honda, is the lane watch camera, where you have a camera posted below the side mirror and a video pops up in the center showing you what's over there, just to help you so you don't have to turn your head and look to see if someone's in your blind spot. Of course, we have blind spot warning here on the left-hand side. Maybe they don't have it in this one because there's so much visibility here. As you can see, probably in this shot here, lots of window space, large cabin, and this is kind of nice. Let's do it right now. We got the panoramic sunroof in the back, sliding sunroof in the front. So look at how that looks. Isn't that great? I like it. I feel like I'm in a fishbowl in a way, but a big fishbowl, big shark in a little pond, or a big fish in a little pond. I forget how that goes. Doesn't matter. I just like the way it looks. Comfort-wise, the two front seats for mom and dad, depends on who's driving. Plenty of room. Got a nice deep compartment here for storage. USB ports throughout the vehicle. Since we have the top trim level, we've got everything in addition to the Black Edition package. So we've got heated and ventilated seats. The climate controls are great. We've got actually a drop-down DVD Blu-ray player for entertainment for the kids back there. Again, that's something that I don't have in the F-150, but I'm not really too concerned about that right now, because I'm sure at the point when my kids are on their devices, they'll be on individual devices, hopefully learning something and playing games on their own mini iPads. I don't need a TV up here. And at that point in their lives, in my life, our lives, they can watch their own movies or create their own videos on their editing software, probably putting together a vlog. Who knows? They'll probably be YouTubers. I don't know if I want them to be, but that might be something. So we got some fun stuff in this car, which my Ford F-150 does not have. The Pilot features torque vectoring control, so the car sends up to 70% torque to the rear wheels when needed, 100% of that torque to either left or right rear wheel when needed. And I've gone off-road in the Pilot, I can't remember how many times. I've gone to drive events. We have something called Mudfest where we've taken the Pilot off-road, and it always does a great job. And Honda, whether it's this car, possibly the Ridgeline, and they put a lot of time and effort into the Ridgeline to make it an off-road capable truck. But for this is, to me, the Pilot is the Ridgeline without the bed. I mean, let's be serious. It's a great driving vehicle. They put a bed on it and called it a Ridgeline. Anyways, I would prefer the Honda Pilot, keep everything enclosed, and the bed's just not big enough for me in the Ridgeline. If I wanted a bigger bed, I'm gonna go for a truck. That's what my thoughts on that. So to wrap up, one of the reasons why we ended up going with the Ford versus the Pilot, some of it had to do with timing. We had just moved to a new place, we had some property, and my wife's family is a Ford family. They all have Fords, and a little bit of peer pressure in getting a Ford, but I'm happy with it because I like driving a truck. My wife feels safer, even if it's psychologically being a little bit higher up. I don't see any reason why we couldn't have a truck and an SUV in the family, and maybe that's something you'll want to consider as well. So what's the difference between the top trim level of the Honda Pilot in 2020 versus the Black Edition? About $1,500 That's just the Black Edition package, making this the most expensive Honda Pilot on the market today. Now, I've done some other videos on the Pilot in the past, as well as a 2019 5 things you should know about. I'll put all those links in the description below. So the price point on this one is just over 50 grand. Until next time, I'm Dave Erickson. Thank you so much for watching. Click that subscribe button. Hope to see you back here next time. Adios. Dun, 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 dun. The 2020 Honda Vader. This is the Black Edition of the 2020 Honda Pilot. And today I'm wearing all black in honor of this special package, which is an upgrade, obviously, of the 5 trim levels. Today we're going to talk about how I came so close, this close to choosing this as my next family vehicle. Let's get started. I don't know, should that be the intro? I thought it was pretty good. Now I'll do something different.